Oi, tudo bem? Salve galera do canal do Brandinho, começando mais um vídeo para vocês. Hoje eu estou aqui, mas a minha alma está lá na cama, deitada, dormindo. Então não terá muitos raciocínios por aqui hoje, da minha parte. Galera, hoje a gente começou a fazer a depressão e vai ser só 150 ou 200 gramas de carbo. Então, mano, tô cansado, tô com uma fome absurda e hoje são 9 litros de água também. Então tô mijando pra caralho o dia todo, já bebi 5 litros até agora. Agora são 3 horas da tarde. Tem mais 4 pra beber, eu gosto de beber até ali umas 9 da noite no máximo, senão eu fico indo muito no banheiro à noite. Mas é isso. Hoje, sábado, domingo, segunda, terça, 4 treinos restam dessa preparação. Então, independente de estar cansado ou não, tenho que dar o meu máximo, porque eu quero atingir o meu máximo lá em cima do palco.
E não tem day off mais, né?
Outra coisa aqui, ó, mesmo cansado, eu vou falar um bagulho pra vocês.
Ah, é. Eu também tô
Por
cansado
favor.
disso.
Tá cansado
Eu tô
disso?
cansado disso também.
A gente paga caro pra fazer as legendas do canal, dos vídeos. Não é automática do YouTube, nós pagamos para fazer. Então, simplesmente acione a caralha do botão de legenda que você vai ter legenda, tá bom? É isso, né, Lucas?
É isso. É foda, né?
Deixa eu falar do modo sutil também, que daí você deixa lá para as pessoas escolherem como elas querem ouvir. Gente, nós traduzimos todos os vídeos do canal. Basta apenas você acionar o botãozinho de legenda que você vai ter o vídeo legendado, ok?
Se você não sabe, digita no YouTube como acionar a legenda no YouTube.
Então, se você não sabe,
Não
putz, que pariu.
é um clique, é um clique.
Mano, eu quando assisti os vídeos dos caras lá e tal, eu sempre tentava colocar a legenda pra ver se aparecia português, colocar o botão, tá ligado?
Sim, sim.
E sempre aparecia em inglês, porque né, não era a tradução.
Sim.
Mas o nosso tem a tradução, então por favor. Eu não aguento mais nego mandando mensagem.
Legenda! Faltou a legenda.
Faltou legenda.
Faltou meu ovo.
Faltou não, mano. 250 cada vídeo, né, Vitor?
É caro, é caro.
200 pau cada vídeo.
Caro.
Então,
Ajuda nós.
valoriza nós. Se inscreva no canal também. Falta pouco aí pra bater 400 mil. A gente precisa bater essa meta antes do Arnold, fechou?
É nóis.
Bear in mind that's a part of your
Yeah.
200, all right?
I am not taking.
Good, that's nice. Good. Good, come on. Good. Good. Perfect. Good half. Good. Excellent. Good. Come on. Good. Stay engaged. Good. Come on. Keep working. Come on, half. You've got to get at least 3. Come on, work hard. 3. Come on. Let's go. Good. Good set. Good set.
1 week out, coach.
Pardon?
1 week.
Yeah, so 1 week out is Saturday, the 30th of March. Obviously, Rafael is going to be stepping on stage in Sao Paulo, probably this time next Saturday, roughly 2 p.m., 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So the audience, the spectators, the fans, the inspiring new generation of athletes are going to be able to see the new version of Rafael Brando on stage in Brazil. He's been working incredibly hard for the last 21, 22 weeks of contest prep, because contest prep started about 16 weeks out from the 2024 Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio, which was 4 weeks ago. We fast forward now 4 weeks have passed since then, going into his last phase of contest prep. Got to be very mindful of where we are, body contest ready as far as fat levels, and they have been for a number of weeks. Water has gone up dramatically, carbs have come down dramatically, so he's going to look a little bit flat. Tomorrow I'm expecting him to look harder and drier. He's in a very, very good place mentally and emotionally. Of course, he's very tired. That's just part and parcel of the process of going through the many variables and elements of contest prep. But I'm excited to experience Brazil's own finest, Rafael Brandão, here in his home country. And for me to be a part of this journey and this team, I feel very privileged and excited and honored. So thank you to everybody which has given incredible support to Rafael and all of his team over the many days, weeks, months and years. And also thank you very much on behalf of myself. 7 times 212 Mr. Olympia champion Flex Lewis is in the background here in Rafael's private facility, and they are all looking forward to seeing you next weekend in Sao Paulo, Brazil, on the Classic. Perfect. Good. Okay, good. Come on. Good. Good. Come on. Perfect. Right drive. Come on, Ha. Work hard, last phase. Come on, 3 reps. Strong. Do your machine. Come on, drive. Good. Drive. Good. Strong. Right drive. Good.
Not looking flat, right?
Say it again now. I won't know until you take your top off, but I don't look at you and think you're disappearing.
Yeah.
And in certain light, I see hardness, and I also look at you and I kind of see like, starting to get that fade, that you're nearly at that point where you're starting to get that dryness, you're just kind of not on the borderline. You might, I think that tomorrow.
Yeah, I can see my face like.
Coming through, yeah. Yeah.
I lost more hair in this prep. Was here before.
Yeah?
And now it's fucking Lindstrom.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Good, good. Good. Good, come on. Push. Good, come on. Drive. Keep working. Good.
Galera, lembrar vocês aqui da promoção no site da Maxtânia. As compras acima de R$ 299,90 você ganha ingresso para entrar no Arnold Classic e vai concorrer utilizando o cupom Brandão, tá? Só com o cupom Brandão você vai concorrer a um iPhone 15 que eu vou sortear dia 28/4. Então, corre lá e garanta a sua chance de concorrer a esse sorteio do iPhone. E tem o treino também comigo, né? Que eu esqueço do treino.
Treino. Elegante, né, na hora de soltar o peso.
Is this your heavy set?
Wait a second.
Yeah, we're at this point now where calorific expenditure obviously has to be reduced because we are now going through a glycogen depletion phase, and it's only going to be semi because you also have to take into consideration for the many weeks Rafael's being contest ready. So There's been enough glycogen storage in the liver and also the mitochondria to support fueling and also recovery. But we've been having high days, we've been having medium days, and we've been having low days. Now we're on low carbs. This is the lowest carb day today that he's been on for this prep, meaning Arnold Classic San Paulo. And this prep since Columbus, Ohio to where we are presently, 1 week out from Brazilian Arnold's, is very different compared to the 4 or 5 weeks before for the Arnold Classic Columbus, because obviously the variables is Rafael's fat levels were contest ready 4 weeks ago, so there's been a lot more higher carbs, a lot more baselines, and very, very, very few low carb days, to be honest with you. But he's still got muscle pump. His pump and activation is probably a 7 to 8 out of 10. So he's in a good optimal place there as far as glycogen. But he's going to start diminishing that now over the next couple of days. It's obviously Saturday, the 30th of April. We'll be doing low carb tomorrow. Be lower tomorrow, lower again on Monday, and then probably slowly start the load-in phase on Tuesday. Perfect. Good. Excellent. Good. Come on now. Push. Come on. Come on. 2. Right. 1. Good set. Good set. Well done.
Very good, very well.
You what?
Very good, very well.
Very good, very well. Well, listen, carbs must be too high if we can laugh and joke, right? When we back on the show. It's probably because he knows what he can eat the day after the show, so maybe he's focusing on that. Bit of everything, right? Focusing on time with Karen, time to be able to have the freedom not to have to get up at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. to do his cardio every single day, not have to go to the gym relentlessly, obviously, which he has done for many, many months, because you also have to consider the long journey of off-season as well as pre-contest, right? So there's not been any time that he can have a break with his focus. So I think one thing which is really important for all you guys and girls at home who are going through a pre-contest prep, whether it's male or female, remember, after that contest day, it's time to give back to all your loved ones, whether that's your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your wife, your husband, your children, spending quality time and making sure you're emotionally and mentally present with them, because they've gone through all of the variables and the journey with you when you have indirectly, selfishly been self-centered towards your fitness goals on stage. So make sure you separate yourself after the show, away from everyone else, and give it to your family and enjoy life together. It's very important.
Hey bro,
I thought I seen
friendly.
I thought I seen that sexy.
Yeah. Come on. Good to see you. Good travel.
How
Good.
are you feeling?
Good.
Good.
I'm in PCT.
Oh yeah?
PCT now.
You're such a fucking liar. You're such a liar. I'm joking. How are you doing? You know,
I'm working in my business.
Okay.
A lot.
What
I
you have a son on the
wanna
store?
construct the new toothpaste of Brazil. You know, you eat my food.
Yeah. You know? Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. Is it you that made it or your wife?
Me too. It's my partner.
Okay. Your
She's my
wife
partner.
cooks very good. If it's you, not so much.
No. We have a chef.
Yeah.
Chef. Master chef.
Yeah. No, it's really nice. Really nice.
The partner of us.
How long have you had the business? The food business?
1 year.
Really? Oh wow. Yeah, because it's really well done. Nice portion size,
You like it?
packaging. Yeah,
You like it?
packaging is very good. I have all the meals you made me eat them all.
Now we will improve the industry.
Industry?
Industry. To
Company, like a company.
to franchise in our country.
Good. Good. That's it. Keep that. Keep that. Okay, that's very fucking impressive. That's very fucking. That's it. Abs as well. Come on. Stay there. Abs. Punch into it. Stay there. That's fucking impressive. That's a big change.
Yeah.
Come on, have a look in there, because that's a fucking big fucking change.
Very good.
Se liga só, oportunidade para você fazer parte do Brandão Team. Vou deixar o link aqui na descrição, vem fazer parte do meu time. Temos aí uma equipe completa para te dar todo o apoio, fazer toda a estrutura de dieta, de treino em busca da sua evolução. Vem fazer parte do meu time.
See?
Start to look a little bit more crispy, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely crispy. Do that. Over to it. Over to it. That's a fucking lot better hack. Who knows? That's a... Do the most possible. Nice and slow now. Really slow half. Slow. I want to see it again because I haven't seen it. Do it again. Nice and slow now. Really slow. Slow.
That hardness is coming out today and
Slow.
yesterday.
Fuck yeah.
A lot of hardness compared to yesterday.
It's harder.
Yeah.
I know you got blood in the muscle,
Yeah, but it's nothing
but,
to do with that.
but no, you can see everything
And the
coming
dry
out.
after your
Yeah.
midsection. Everything is just dry and hard at that.
Do one more time, so I can see it, because I missed the first two. I know it's tough. It's all staged.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Good. Half is very good.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Hey, how does he have the energy to do this shit?
Because I saw my pump now.
No, I tell you, no,
okay.
I tell you what it is.
Okay.
Because he's only doing 1 minute of posing.
Yeah. Hey, you should see how fucked I was.
Looks better with this.
No, I get up like this. Oh.
I'm gonna give you this for the judges. Yes.
Half
Look in the mirror.
That's all looks good.
Very good.
Better than yesterday, right?
Yeah. We certainly get that.
How's your legs today? They still sore?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a lot tighter today than they were yesterday. Because there was.
But still
there was-
sure.
Huh? Yeah, but yesterday they were looked so. The way 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Very good hair. It's a good place. Very good change.
Let's see. What's up? Nossa.
Eu ia vir de Fusca, mas não vim.
Finish
Good
the
job,
back
bro.
deck.
Right.
Horses are on
Alright.
PCT, he said.
Huh?
Horses on PCT. What is PCT? I don't know.
DPC.
Ah.
I don't know.
He said there's no way, he's too big.
Did you see?
PCT is what? 10,000?
2000.
Let's have a look what you look like.
2000.
Jesus. Stupid lights. Stupid lights. Stupid lights. Yeah, this is. What is this? What's the
Just started.
Yeah, but listen, I'm glad that you have a break because you grow. You have such great response with him. After the show, I took 1 month off, no training,
Yeah, I know.
and then I clean up my body.
I know.
And I just get excited.
He told me.
But think of this is how I think, right?
Yes.
When you're in the gym every day and you're training for a show, it's like seeing your girl every day. It's like seeing your wife every day. But when you have a break,
Yeah.
1-2 days, and you miss, it's like, oh, I miss you. Same for the gym.
Yeah.
So after a month, it's like, I can't get away from
Yes.
that. So it's good to have a break.
That's it. The
And all
mind.
everybody who's
the health.
listening, it's good to have a break, especially after a show.
Yes.
And listen, you're holding on to a lot of
The
stuff.
mind, the health, and the business.
It's easy. Hey, what's
Business.
the-
Good. Come on. Good. Good. Come on. Keep working. Come on. Good. Keep working, Hap. Come on. Keep working. Come on.
Ah, fucking.
Come on, be fucking strong. Come on, reps of places. Come on, reps of places. Good. 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 Because it's going to look fucking good on camera.
Yeah.
Okay, especially if you're kind of a little bit engaging with your abs a little bit. Sometimes it's going to look fucking impressive. Good. Perfect. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Come on. Good. Work hard. Come on. Good. Perfect. Come on, Hap. Good. Strong, strong now. Come on. Mindset, engage. Come on, be a machine. Good. Keep working. Good. Good. Come on. Drive, drive, drive. Good. Right, you're taking the weight. 1, 2, 3, it's yours. Drive. Come on. Good. Good set. Good set. Good again.
Hã?
Do it again. Nice and slow now. Abs, abs. Keep going. Go.